Alright, so welcome back to another Codebaker tutorial on the web development with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So today what we're going to talk about is we're going to talk about how to insert an image into a HTML template, how to create a table in HTML template, and how to use ID and classes attribute. Alright, so let me just make sure I'm on the right page. Yep. Alright, so before we begin, I would like you to pause the video right now and think about the boilerplate of a basic HTML so you know how to write HTML. Alright, so you're back. I hope you come up with something like this. HTML head. We don't need to make it multi-line. Body. For each one, let's just say hello world. And we can put some emoji here. World like. Let's use the first one. Okay. So now, if we refresh the page, now you can see we see this. Notice that these two are emoji. They're now they're not really, technically, they're not image, although they are, but they're not image because you didn't use an image attribute. And this is, as you can see, I can copy and I can paste. So this is a basic, like, a really basic emoji that have ASCII code embedded, so we can copy and paste. Okay, so this is our H1 tag. Now let's talk about, first is image. So recall that you can see lots of websites, if not all the websites, have at least one image somewhere. So I found a really interesting image. I'll put it here. So this image is made by this person right here. Really beautiful image. I'm just gonna download it from Unsplash, and I'm gonna put this original URL here. Original URL into the link down to description below. So if you like it, you can use it. And then I'm gonna put it here. And here we're just gonna say is flower.jpg. Okay. So now, if we give a second to load, now you can see this beautiful image get load up. Now what I can do is I can use image or img tag to put this image into our HTML template. So I can use img using type img. Then we need an attribute. Recall attribute is just additional information you provide after you complete writing a tag. So I'm gonna provide src attribute, and then here we're gonna provide the path to the image. So it's in the same directory. I'm just gonna put flower.jpg here, excuse me. And now if you try to refresh this page, you can see, whoa, this is like the really huge image get covered basically our entire web page. So how can we fix that? Well, we can fix that by specifying a certain width and height value using width and height attribute. So we can say width equals 1000 pixel. Recall a pixel. Pixel is just how long the electronic measured way, and then height is also 100 pixel. I just say that. And if you refresh, boom, you see this little square image right here. Okay, so that was cool. But one more attribute you should always add is called alt attribute. This attribute added if most likely one of the two reasons happen. First, there is a screen reader, read the screen reader, so they must able to not read this image. Otherwise, the project say image will just skip it, or for any reason, the rest of the web page loaded successfully, but this image don't, which can have some like inconsistent internet connection, or you didn't provide the correct path to this image. So this is what alt for. Alternative. So alt, I can just say flower. It's a flower. So if I refresh, now I can see nothing happen. But if something do happen, let's say I mistype flower to flower, then I can see flower. And the little image icon gets printed out. But let's just keep it to flower now. You can also, just in case you wonder, you can also embed image from the internet. Just make sure you have proper credit. So if you can do, I'm just going to drag it to here. Drag the file from Unsplash, paste it to here. Now if I refresh, you can see I see the same image, but I will keep it here right now. Alright, so this is the image tag, and now we're going to talk about table. So recall that a table is just something like this. Have column, have rows. So in this case, I create a table, have 4 columns called name, email, phone number, and other information. So a row, and the only row inserted, or here, is John Doe. Email is john@example.com, which is absolutely fake, and and the phone number is 123456789, which is also absolutely fake. And I can see other, put student here, which is absolutely fake, because unless you're John Doe, which you should know this information. I just made this up. Sorry if your name is actually John Doe. Okay. So now I'm gonna learn how to create a table similar to this. Well, to create a table is really complicated. It takes me about 3 months just to remember how all the table tag works. So to create a table, first you need to use table tag to declare, okay, the tag within this tag is related to table. Now what you're going to do is you're going to create a row. Use tr to create row. Okay, tr stands for table rows. That's how you create each individual rows. And you can, for the header, so as you can see, I'm gonna draw it using red. So as you can see, these information are not user provided information. This is not individual information, but rather this is like we predefine this column name. So what we can say now is we will use th for table header. So we're gonna put the here, so you can say name, email, not email, phone number, and other. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're gonna create another tr, but now what we're going to do is, so now as you can see, it's no longer the column, it's now start to be like the actual information. So now we're gonna use td instead, table data. I said it's a little bit confusing. I actually don't introduce the full HTML5 syntax, which you need to include t-head and t-body, but that's not most necessary. So in td, what I can say is John Doe and John at example.com. Whoops, I don't know why I did this. Phone number, which is, okay, 123456789, and TD is student. So now if you go ahead and refresh the page, now you can see we get a table, right? You can see now the header is bolded because our table header, and now you can see the information get filled in. Now you will say, but wait a minute, that's not what I want. It's not even a table unless you look really closely. In fact, it is, because we don't have like these fancy border, but we're not going to learn them just yet. We're going to learn them when we talk about CSS, which is cascading style sheet. But that is another story. Alright, So lastly, we're going to talk about how ID works. By the way, if you're using VS Code, you can usually all code editor have that. You can click on this upside down angle-ish. I'm just going to close all table tags. So now you can see the table tag closed. But if you refresh, the page is still in it. Just don't display it when you get too much information. And then what we'll do is we're going to create a paragraph. And now you can see this is a beautiful picture taken in Japan. But I still have works to do. Okay, so just in case you don't get what I mean, let me just refresh twice. So you can see this is a beautiful picture taken in Japan, but I still have work to do to fill out this table. So now what I will do is we'll assign an ID attribute. So ID attributes you can assign to any given element, at least most elements. So you can see you can say ID equals, let's just say pic description. Picture description, and now in ID I can say work description. Now I can add a table here where I can say the work table, and now here I can specify beautiful image. Okay, so now what I will do is I will be able to create some anchor link. If you click, you will redirect to a certain section. Not redirect, you will just jump to a certain section. So I'm going to do that. Well, let's start by creating an unordered list. We're not going to create a navigation bar just yet. We're going to use the unordered list to using as our anchor link. So in here, I can say href. You can embed a href link in a line item. For example, here I can just say, okay, so we have a picture, right? I'm just gonna copy it. We can say you're gonna using hashtag, and then you can put. I'm gonna put beautiful image. Okay. And now what I will put here is I will call this table. Then we'll say work table and a hashtag. And I can also say picture description. I can say a pic description. I always forgot about hashtag. And lastly, work. Spoiler alert, description. Good description here. So, what commonality did you find? Try to pause the video and could you figure out why did I type out these four? Could you find other have similar name or the same name? Alright, so I hope you noticed that they are all the ID I given. By the way, hashtag is how we reference ID, which we'll talk about later in CSS also. So this is like hashtag beautiful image, hashtag work table, hashtag pic description, hashtag work description. You can see all of the matches with the ID. Now if you try to refresh this page, you can see I got a little navbar with links. And now if you click on the picture, you can see redirect to the picture here. If I click on the table, drag to a table here. You can see it really is the same thing because my content is not large enough. But you can see it redirect me to a certain section. So make sure you use hashtag. This is a hashtag. Make sure you use hashtag to access ID. Otherwise, I don't think it will work. It will redirect as a link. And that's about it for today. So if you enjoy this content, please consider subscribe to the Codebaker tutorial channel. Please consider like this video and go to our website in the description below. Alright, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.